Read a book every day for small children. Hi kids, let's read the story of this tiny little girl who was as long as your thumb. Her name was Thumbelina. Once there was a lady who had a flower plant before her hut. A beautiful red flower had bloomed on it. The lady was amazed to see a charming little girl, hardly the size of a thumb, growing out of the flower, so she named her Thumbelina. Lovely Thumbelina was a great source of joy for her mother, who was very fond of her. She would fill a dish with water and float a rose leaf in it. She would sit on the leaf and sail around singing sweet songs. How happy she herself felt while doing so. As for her mother, her joy knew no bounds to see her little one boating merrily in a dish. Thumbelina had a beautiful bed made of a walnut shell. While sleeping in her bed, the lovely maiden looked extremely charming. Once an old toad chanced to see Thumbelina sleeping. He was so enchanted by her beauty that he used to peer at her through the window whenever she slept in her bed. He thought she would make a beautiful bride for my son. So the old toad carried Thumbelina off one night when she was fast asleep. Taking her to a pond, he placed her on a lily pad. His son, the young toad, was overjoyed to see his beautiful bride-to-be. But the animals of the pond thought that the ugly toad was no match for pretty Thumbelina. So they nibbled the lily pad off its plant and she went floating about in the pond. Suddenly a kind butterfly came there flying about. She said to Thumbelina, "Hold this wine and I will pull you out of the pond." Thumbelina thought it would be really safe to be away from the toad and his son. So she held the wine fast. She was just going to be pulled out when a very sad thing happened. Suddenly, a very large flying bug lifted Thumbelina off the lily pad. He took her to his nest in the trees standing on the bank of a river. The friends of the bug looked at the tiny Thumbelina and made fun of her, saying, "Look, she has only 2 arms and 2 legs, but no wings. She is not able to fly at all. How miserable indeed!" The jokes of the friends made the bug feel very small. Their taunts hurt him a lot, so he decided to let Thumbelina go. Thumbelina was very happy to get rid of the bug, but she had lost her way in the forest. She had nowhere to take shelter. Upon that, spring season had passed to be followed by autumn and then by winter. So it was very, very cold. The dry leaves of the forest were not cozy enough to keep the tiny girl warm. Moreover, she was very hungry and felt quite lonely as well. Thumbelina walked on and on till she came to a hut. She knocked, asking, "Is anyone there inside?" A field mouse opened the door and welcomed her in. She made her sit by a fire and served her a hearty meal, saying, "Look after my house in return for boarding and lodging." Thumbelina accepted and enjoyed the new company. But whenever she could, she went out in the open, listened to the songs the birds sang. The field mouse had a neighbor named Mr. Mole. She told Thumbelina about him, saying, "He is very rich and would make an ideal husband." Just then Mr. Mole arrived and the field mouse introduced her to him. Mr. Mole was very pleased to meet Thumbelina. He allowed them to walk into the tunnel that he had dug under his house. Get inside the tunnel to save yourself from the scorching sun and the biting cold, he suggested. One day Thumbelina went into the dark tunnel with a candle in her hand. Suddenly she saw a bird lying half dead on the ground. She went near the bird and found that its heart was still beating, though only faintly. Merciful as she was, she fed the bird with food and water and covered it with a blanket. Soon the bird was all right and it thanked Thumbelina for her kindness and timely help. Getting ready to fly away, the bird said to Thumbelina, "Come with me, O pretty girl, to another land where the sun is warm and birds sing sweet songs all the time." But Thumbelina was feeling obliged to the field mouse and so she refused to go. She waved goodbye to the bird with a heavy heart. For days on end she kept missing the lovely bird. The field mouse was urging Thumbelina to marry her friend Mr. Mole. She convinced her that it would be in her best interest. Thumbelina agreed, though she did not want to marry Mr. Mole. She began to prepare her wedding dress. As for Mr. Mole, he was eagerly looking forward to welcoming Thumbelina as his bride inside his tunnel. On her wedding day, Thumbelina sat in the sun and tried to sing a happy song. But she could not, because her heart was heavy with sorrow. So she sobbed hard and her eyes were full of tears. Seeing Thumbelina sad and disappointed, the forest creatures gathered round her. They tried their best to cheer her up, but all in vain. Suddenly, the bird whom Thumbelina had helped in the tunnel flew down and sat near her. When the bird asked Thumbelina why she was so sad, she told it about her marriage with Mr. Mole. She explained that she was going to marry him against her will. "Why, after all, I'm here to help you. You saved my life and it is now my turn to do my bit for you. Sit on my back and I'll carry you to a far-off land away from the field mouse and Mr. Mole." How happy Thumbelina was to be helped by her winged friend just in time. Before long, Thumbelina and the bird reached the kingdom of flowers. Thumbelina plucked the flower just eagerly, and out stepped a handsome youth with wings and a crown. "Welcome to my kingdom, O charming girl! I am the king of flowers," said the youth. Thumbelina was enchanted and she looked around in wonder. Everything was cheerful and seemed to welcome her with open arms. The King of Flowers asked Thumbelina if she would like to be his queen. She felt that she had found a home which she had always been desiring for, so she gladly accepted the king's offer. The king gave Thumbelina a crown and wings to enable her to live happily in the magical kingdom for good.